Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and let's go ahead and continue our ladder climb in the Master Ball tier in Season 9 using a team we built from scratch. So, couple of things. Worlds has gotten me super excited for next upcoming teams. And one of those teams I've been slowly brewing in the back of my head. And if you guys want to hear like a brief description of that, let me know down in the comments down below, because I would love to share a little bits and pieces of what I've gathered so far. Second, Worlds have been phenomenal the last couple of days. I fell asleep during top 8, but I'm going to rewatch those in between matches and then afterwards. Don't forget to grab your free Gastrodon, because why not? And don't forget to do the YouTubey things as I steadily jump into our fights here in just a minute. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you're new or if you're a returning viewer, and comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments left behind, and we're trying to hit a goal of 400 by the end of August and 1,000 by the end of the year. And I can only hit that number with your guys' help. Without further ado, let's get into our matches. All right, first match is ready to go. We've got Iron Hands, Arcanine, Iron Bundle, Fluttermane, Rillaboom, and Galarian Moltres. Okay, so Iron Bundle's in the mix up here, so we need to bring in our fastest Pokemon to be able to beat it, and it most likely will have Cork Drive, but if it does, it'll also bring in that one item, Focus Sash. So got to keep that in mind for these two fights. Now, I could also just bring in Dragonite and Chien-Pao. It's going to leave me open for fake outs from Rillaboom and Iron Hands if I do bring in Arcanine, or not Arcanine, but Dragonite. But I will have to try to outspeed Iron Bundle sooner or later. So we're going to bring in Tornadus and Chien-Pao, and then Fluttermane, and I think Dragonite's going to be our last one. We could Terra Ghost right away with Tornadus. Depends on who they open with. If they bring out Iron Bundle, I will use Tailwind straight up so that we get the boost in speed immediately. I mean, Tornadus isn't going to outspeed Iron Bundle, but it is Iron Bundle. Okay. Intimidate's going to lower down our attack one stage. And I'm also gonna have to Terra Ghost, because otherwise Freeze Dry is gonna do 2 times the damage against Tornadus. So Terra Ghost, Terra Ghost Tailwind, so that we automatically outspeed the Iron Bundle, because he goes. I didn't see Quark Drive, so we'll outspeed him right now, which means that he's most likely going to have Focus Sash, but I'm totally okay with that. He protected instead, which is totally fine. Extreme Speed is also troublesome with the Arcanine, but he didn't use it first, so I'm not worried about that. Probably going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Nope, Flare Blitz right into the Chien-Pao, which is going to knock it down to its Sash. Oh, then the burn. Never mind. He's gone. But you know, I'm okay with. I'm okay with this. Now I'll bring in Dragonite. Bleak Wind. And Stomping Tantrum on the Iron Bundle. Bleak Wind goes off first. We'll knock down the Iron Bundle 90%. Lowering Arcanine's speed one stage, Stomping Tantrum over on the Iron Bundle, knocking him out right away. Will-O-Wisp will now go on to Dragonite, which is totally fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I have to accept it because the fact that I Terra Ghosted my own Pokemon, so it is what it is. But I was really hoping for not for having the swap out, which was a good option. I didn't want to get hit with a 2 times weak against move. Fluttermane comes out with the booster energy, so that's where it was. Cork Drive didn't activate. Speed was heightened. I've got Tailwind still. Oh, well, that's a good question. Dragonite's are gonna outspeed that. That's an interesting recourse. We'll go ahead and Bleak Wind again. And I will swap to Fluttermane. Get Dragonite out of there and swap his move. Stomping Tantrum would work against Arcanine, but I don't think it's going to be the best option here. I will outspeed the Arcanine for sure. They'll protect, which is totally fine. Now they open themselves up for next turn. And here comes Bleak Wind. Does not hurt the Fluttermane. Will hit it the Arcanine? Will not hit the Arcanine. He avoided it. Snarl. A little bit of damage on Landorus. No special attack drop, which is neat. We'll Bleak Wind again. And I will Shadow Ball. The Fluttermane. They're now going to have to Terra, or they're just going to say goodbye to their Fluttermane. They'll most likely Terra here. It would make the most sense. Here it is. Maybe Imprison would have worked better, because then they couldn't use like either Moonblast or Shadow Ball. But we'll see. Shadow Ball will go right into that Fluttermane. Oof, not even. Bleak Wind right after that. Will miss the Arcanine. Will hit the Fluttermane. Oh, that's bulky. That's a bulky boy. Shadow Ball into my Fluttermane. It's going to knock it out. Oh, it's not. It's really close, though. Snarl. Oh, Snarl's going to do it. That's probably why I didn't do as much damage. I'm still really excited that it did that much, but wow. All right, Tailwind is going. Tornadus will go ahead and do Bleak Wind again, and I'm going to just Extreme Speed into the Fluttermane slot. It can't, well, it could. Yeah, it could. Dang it. I was like, did it protect last turn? No, it didn't. I got predicted. But still, Bleak Wind was going to come out and miss the Fluttermane. Will it hit the Arcanine? It will not hit the Arcanine. Are you serious? Flare Blitz into the Tornado is going to knock him out. It's like I knew in the back of my mind, it's like use Rain Dance. Rain Dance. Activate it once, it becomes 100% effective. 100%. 3 versus 1. This is gonna be hard. Multi-skill's already been procced, but I'm locked into Extreme Speed, so that's it. That's all I got. I'm not got this Fluttermane though. Force Arcanine to use something else. Withdrew Arcanine for Iron Hands. Let's go. Ugh. Now, part of the team that I've been really thinking of is like really fine-tuning the details on some of my Pokemon, and I figured that would be like the best way to go about it. Extreme speed over to the Arcanine. Let's go. I'm burnt, but it's really, really weak. Fake out. That's okay. Be really, really funny just to have the covert cloak on Dragonite. So it's like, oh, look. I'm just clicking extreme speed to trick you. Haha. You fell for it. Still, Arcanine's not doing any damage either. That's interesting. Arcanine will now go down. But this Dragonite's not doing like any damage. And that's honestly okay. The crit with Wild Charge is gonna knock me out of round 1. Ugh, that sucks. But hey, 4 more. Let's go. A new matchup suddenly. We've got Urshifu, Tornadus, Volcarona, Fluttermane, Qianpao, and Rillaboom. I'm not sure what happened to the last match. I guess it didn't count it, so maybe we won, maybe we lost. I don't know. But now that we have a new match, I have a new strategy to come up with. Okay, so we're not. It has an Intimidator, but no Fake Out person. Well, Rillaboom's still Fake Out. Never mind. So they have Intimidate, they have Fake Out, and they have the 2 fastest Pokemon in the game. Urshifu, I don't know if it's Single Strike or Rapid Strike, and they have Volcarona. I think we'll go Tornadus, Qianpao, Fluttermane, and Urshifu. We're gonna go with these 4, leave Dragonite and Iron Hands in the back. Fake Out is really, really useful, but since they have the ability of going Qianpao and Fluttermane, and Qianpao, his normal Terra or Terra of choice is Ghost. I think mine's set to Ghost right now instead of Flying. I don't think so, but because I like having Flying for my Qianpao. It makes it not weak against dark attacks, not weak against fire attacks, immune to ground attacks, I believe. As you know, he was meant for Garchomp's partner, so I wanted him with the Flying so that Garchomp could do Garchomp things, or protecting. When I also used Great Tusk too, he was really, really useful. Fluttermane and Volcarona, both shiny. Let's go. All right. So Volcarona is a very interesting Pokemon. We got Booster Energy activated on the Fluttermane. Speed was heightened, so I have to use Tailwind here, or I have to say goodbye to well, I don't really necessarily have to say goodbye, right? Bug Fire for Volcarona. We're gonna get started off with Rain Dance, and then I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna be the Fluttermane for sure. I mean, they could go Volcarona, but I don't know why you would. Oh, they do. Interesting. Changed it to water. That's cool. Protect on the Fluttermane. Sucker Punch will not land. Rain Dance, lowering down Volcarona's ability or fire attacks considerably. Quiver Dance. It's gonna raise its special attack, its speed. Oh, it's special defenses too. And then we're gonna go ahead and use Bleak Wind. I think Terran to Flying here is the best. Actually, I could just Protect on Qianpao. That might be the better option. I'm probably playing this wrong though. Instead of clicking Tailwind and becoming, oh, I'm oh so faster, I am literally doing Bleak Wind to maybe pop the Focus Sashes if they have it. I know Fluttermane doesn't. Fluttermane will go for the double protect, but it will fail. Chien-Pao will now protect, so that doesn't get hit with Volcarona, because, you know, fire attacks do hurt quite a bit. They will activate Tailwind. Now I have to activate Tailwind next turn. Bleak Wind on my side of the field is going to do a little bit of damage. Not too much, but just a little bit. We're going to definitely activate Tailwind now. I don't have a choice. And I'm going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. Maybe it'll work a second time. Maybe it'll protect a third time. I don't know. It failed once already. Withdrew Fluttermane. Wow, they're reading me like a book. Bring out Landorus. Intimidate is going to lower down my attack. Sucker Punch fails. I'm going to Tailwind. They're going to Heat Wave. Does barely anything to Tornadus, about 52 damage. Chien-Pao took a considerable hit. But now I have Rock Slide that I have to deal with. So right now, Chien-Pao is a liability. So I'm going to Terra Ghost, Bleak Wind, and I'm going to Ice Spinner into Landorus slot. Because I'm afraid of Rock Slide, and it could use Earthquake, but I'm more afraid of Rock Slides that Landorus is going to give. It's most likely Assault Vest. It will protect. Man, I'm being read like a book. I'm leaving this Volcarona alone. Why am I doing that? I'm literally just playing into their hands. River Dance again. Special attack, defense, and speed. Bleak Wind is not going to do anything to the Landorus, but it will hit the Volcarona. Dropping its speed. So I've got one more turn of rain. All right, let's do this. It's playing really, really well because it doesn't want to get hit with Sucker Punch. I think that's what I'm falling into. So I just need to start playing around attacks that I know that can hit. Volcarona is still pretty strong, but it's got boost in special defenses and not physical defenses. I don't know how the base stats work for Volcarona. I'll bring those up now. They withdrew Landorus, which is totally fine. Bring out Fluttermane again. They will not get the boost, but here comes Sacred Sword into Volcarona, which is not going to do anything, but it has Rocky Helmet. Heat Wave will now come out, and it's going to knock out the Chien-Pao and the Tornadus, but I get a free switch into the Pokemon that I have in the back. Volcarona's base defense is 65. Everything else is 100. Everything else is based on special. So its speed's base 100, special defense is base 105, and special attacks base 135 as well. All right, so now we'll bring out Urshifu and Fluttermane. Now rain is gone. I still have a turn of Tailwind, but I also have speed. So I'm going to Moonblast into Volcarona, and I'm going to Surging Strikes into the Fluttermane. I still have Tailwind. Tailwind should have worn out this turn, but we'll see. I do not want to hit the Volcarona, so... Oh, Fluttermane protects? Oh, well, that sucks, because, yeah. Moonblast goes right into the Volcarona, does not knock it out, gets really, really close. Surgeon Strikes goes through protects, because Unseen Fist says all physical attacks go through it, so take that. And Giga Drain. All of that health just came right back. We are donezo here. We are donezo here. I could have went into the Volcarona, but I left it alive way too long. So obviously there is going to be some changes that I would like to make to the team. A lot of people are using Terra Water. And Terra Water is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. But Shadow Ball, what? Oh, it says effective. I thought it said super effective. My dyslexia must be kicking in. Detect. It's just protect. Moonblast into that protect slot. Doesn't really matter. This match is over. Oh, man. It's like, are you trying to outspeed me? Just hit that Urshifu. I don't know why I'm trying to stick in. There's no way. Withdrew Urshifu to bring in Landorus. Full HP, shiny. That's cool. Intimidate, drop my attack. That's fine. Moonblast. Skadoosh. About half. Giga Drain, huh? We're out of here. I don't know why I keep like trying to fight it. So there's a couple of things that I could see changing on my team. Like I said, a lot of people are using Terra Water, and the only thing that people have to really fear is Iron Hands. And if he doesn't come on the field, there's no way that people could deal with it. I'm kind of wondering if I should take Fluttermane back to the way that I had him. So instead of it being so... He's not necessarily defensive, he's just my answer to Trick Room. I just noticed something a little bit before. Anyway, he's my answer to a Trick Room. So this matchup, we got Specterior, Galarian Moltres, Grimmsnarl, Hisuian Arcanine, Goldengo, and Gastrodon. Gastrodon's everyone's answer to Urshifu right now. And Urshifu, even though he's really, really good, is becoming a problem, and not a lot of people know how to deal with him. Guys, he's literally the Palafin before Palafin got knocked off for someone different. Just bring in people with Thunderbolt and you'll be fine. Okay, so that's a lot of dark types. Galarian Moltres and Grimmsnarl. We got Specterior, that's Ghost. Goldengo, that's Ghost. A lot of Pokemon that would definitely not be recommended. We'll be bringing in Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and I think I'll bring in Dragonite. I won't bring in Qianpao, and I won't bring in Iron Hands this time. I'm bringing in Dragonite for Stomping Tantrum. He seems like a really good competitor for that. Although I'm not using the strat to Terra Normal, you know, blow them up with extreme speed, but I don't always have to do that. Hisuian Arcanine comes out, as well as Grimmsnarl. Intimidate will lower down my attack. Boost energy will activate on my Fluttermane to give me a boost of speed to make it 307. Now, in this particular case, I do need to lower Arcanine's sting a little bit, but he does have Rock Slide, so Tornadus is in immediate danger. I can't taunt the Grimmsnarl, but I'm faster than everything on the field. So I'm gonna Rain Dance. Terra Ghost Rain Dance to save me from Rock Slide. And I'm gonna Moonblast the Grimmsnarl. Now Grimmsnarl is gonna activate Light Screen. I think that's for the special attackers, and then Reflect after that for physical. If he's a screener, and most people do use him as a screener. Now he could be what I would particularly want, which is, you know, fake out screens and then parting shot, or he could just be parting shot. But here comes the light screen, which is going to lower down special attacks. Moonblast right into that slot. It's going to do 3/4 of his health and lower down his special attack. Flare Blitz from the Arcanine is not going to do a whole lot because of the rain, but it is going to burn the Fluttermane. Now Fluttermane is burnt. Owie. And Arcanine is damaged by the recoil. But the cool thing about this is now Tornado's Bleak Wind will hit 100% of the time. It's not going to do anything to the Arcanine because he's part rock, but it's going to hit the Grimmsnarl for quite a bit. And I could go for the Shadow Ball on the Arcanine, which I think I'm going to do. Parting Shot, which is going to hit the Fluttermane, minus his special attack 1, which is detrimental. But he goes back to the trainer. Ba, 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 ba. Brings out Gastrodon. Shadow Ball into the Arcanine isn't going to do a lot, but I lower down its special defenses, and here comes the Bleak Wind, which is not going to do anything, but I did stuff. Rock Slide, which is what I was trying to avoid, will take it down to Fluttermane, but it will hardly do any damage to the Tornadus. Here comes Dragonite. Tornadus will go ahead and use Tailwind, and I'll use Stomping Tantrum on the Arcanine. Now I could swap into Galarian Moltres, which would be a cool justified read, or it could stay in and get knocked out. It looks like it's going to stay in and possibly get knocked out. Here comes Tailwind, Stomping Tantrum right into that slot. They were not able to get Reflect up before Grimmsnarl had to retreat. Ice Beam, which is going to do half damage to Dragonite. To bring out the Grimmsnarl, and it could be the time where he does Reflect. Could be. We're gonna go ahead and use Bleak Wind, and I'm going to swap Dragonite to get him out of that slot to bring in Urshifu. Because another Ice Beam is going to surely knock him out, and I can't save him from being minus or weak to 4 times. Here comes Reflect. So now physical moves won't do that much. Bleak Wind will not knock out the Grimmsnarl. Gets really, really close though. Drops Gastrodon speed. Ice Beam will now come out, hit Urshifu. Doesn't do a whole lot. We'll go ahead and do it again. But this time I'm going to close combat the Gastrodon. I need to get the Gastrodon off the field so that Urshifu can attack. And so that Dragonite can also come down and start raining fire and brimstone with extreme speed. That would be really, really beneficial here, but with Reflect, it's going to do a lot less damage, especially since he's not Terra normal. So that's something that I also have to consider from here on out. Bleak Wind, Grimmsnarl goes down, drops the speed again for Gastrodon. Close combat into that Gastrodon, and it's going to knock it out. I'm dropping my defenses one stage, but I did knock out 2 Pokemon for the price of 1. And Rocky Helmet Takes a little bit more chip damage off of my Urshifu. Rain stopped. Now I'll bring out Specterior. The only Pokemon they have left. How do I have for Taunt? Taunt, or not Taunt, but Tailwind. Tailwind has one more turn. We could set it for Rain Dance. Yeah, we'll do that. Rain Dance and then Surging Strikes onto Specterior. Because I believe I outspeed it. I think so. Specterior is the faster one of the horses. We will Terra Fairy. Do Rain Dance again. Should give Urshifu quite a bit of an advantage here. Surging Strikes. Oh, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. Citrus Berry will activate. Give it just a little bit over. 1 hit. 2 hit. It's not surviving. And 3 hit. Down goes Specterior. Alrighty, next match is up. We've got Tornadus, Chi-Yu, Amoonguss, Indeedee, Sneasler, and Basculegion. Okay, so because of this, we need to be very, very careful of how we activate Rain Dance. I don't think Bleak Wind is going to be the thing that I activate first and foremost, but they do have Indeedee in the field, so priority is not going to be the thing that I want to use hardly at all in this match. So we're going to bring in our heavy hitters for Tailwind. So Tornadus, and then we'll bring in, I want to say Iron Hands, but I think Iron Hands is going to be hindered quite a bit, but he would be able to take out Chi-Yu quite a bit. Dragonite can also take out Chi-Yu, but do I outspeed? Chi-Yu is pretty fast. It's not fast as Flutter Mane, but it's up there. It's really up there. Is it weak to fighting? No, I don't think so. I think that one's specifically weak against ground. Dragonite, Urshifu, and then Qianpao. Tornadus, Dragonite, Urshifu, and Qianpao is going to be what we bring in. Hopefully this will be what our solution is going to be. We might be all over the place, but we do have our supporter and then 3 possible attackers that could drive us into endgame. So Sneasler and Indeedee. Second Surge hits first. Field got weird. Psychic Seed went on to Sneasler. Okay, I'm gonna Tailwind, and then I'm gonna Stomping Tantrum the Sneasler. Now Indeedee is gonna go like, hey, follow me, I want all the hits first, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, but it could be what they decide to do. Tailwind going off first will allow me to get like a considerable advantage on Sweet Tears. Now they could do the opposite and be like, hey, I want to do Trick Room, in which that's totally fine. They swap to Rock for the Terra. Interesting. So Rock Slide's in my near future. Follow me from the Indeedee. Could be Dire Claw. Maybe Rock is just like one of those where everyone kind of ignores it for a while. Who knows? Rock Slide will come out from that Sneasler though. He's incredibly fast, even under Tailwind. Considerable amount of damage. Dragonite is flinched. Swap to Urshifu immediately. Stomping Tantrum again. You know what? We're going to Terra Normal. And we're going to go Stomping Tantrum one more time. I can't be hit with another one of those attacks. Tornadus taking like living from that hit was pretty awesome. but I wasn't expecting the flinch at the end. Now, Entity is going to use, you know, its follow me mechanics again. Just totally fine. Oh, it'll use Helping Hand. This time it'll knock out Dragonite. Because it will go first. Here comes the Rock Slide. 2 times damage. Will not knock out the Dragonite. Stomping Tantrum goes right into it, and it failed last time because it flinched. Which means 150 damage or base power right into that slot, which is going to knock it out right away. Booyah! Send out Tornadus next. Now I'm going to go ahead and Surge and Strikes the Tornadus, and I'm going to then use Stomping Tantrum on Entity. I still can't use any priority moves, and I'm not going to, but Dragonite's going to attack first. They'll activate Sunny Day. Interesting. Ah, to lower down Urshifu. Oh, and he's got the Rocky Helmet? Okay. That's gonna be... Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of damage. Pokemon was hit 3 times. Stomping Tantrum. Boop. Hit by the Rocky Helmet. Does it knock out Dragonite? It does. Good. Honestly, good. Good. We'll bring out Tornadus. Protect on Urshifu, and I'll Rain Dance. Protect. Follow me. Rain Dance, they're probably going to reset it to go back to Sunny Day. Tailwind. Good call. They have the faster set. They use Tailwind, so they're going to reset it to maybe Sun. If they reset it to Sun, then anything I do isn't going to really work, so I'm going to Close Combat into the Entity, and I'm going to Bleak Wind after that. Tailwind. Follow me. Sunny Day. Okay. I knew that. They were going to rechange it back to the harsh weather. I'll reactivate Tailwind on my side. And here comes the Close Combat right into the Entity. Is going to knock it right out. And hopefully I survive. It's not crit. I do survive. Critting with Rocky Helmet is so detrimental. And the weirdness finally disappears. Chi-Yu comes out. Oh, it is weak against fighting. Oh, interesting. With Jet. And we'll just set it back to rain. Okay, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Oh! Oh, Aqua Jet right into Chi, which is gonna one-hit KO in the rain. And what does Tornadus do? Sunny day. Makes the weather harsh again. And he's the only one left on the field. So Resurgence strikes, and we're gonna go ahead and rain dance this. Surgeon strikes, and down goes Tornadus. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting this. I thought I had lost like a while ago. But the fact of the call to like close combat, the entity to deal with all the Pokemon that had it, like Sneasler, that was really, really good. All right, we've got Gothitelle, Gastrodon, Arcanine, Rillaboom, Tinglu, and Fluttermane. So, interesting matchup here. What do we got to do? What do we have to deal with? The Arcanine is going to be a problem. The Gastrodon is also going to be a problem. Now, because those two are in the team preview, I think Dragonite's going to be the one that I need to summon to be able to beat this team. Now, Gothitelle Shadow Tag makes it so that I can't retreat. So besides that, I have a pretty good team to be able to withstand anything that comes up. The thing is that Rillaboom with Fake Out does upset quite a few things here. We'll bring in Tornadus and Dragonite, Chimpao in the back, and we'll also bring in Iron Hands. We'll leave Urshifu and Fluttermane alone. Probably a terrible choice, probably not. It depends on what they bring in. I don't think it's bad, but we'll see. We'll double check. They bring in Fluttermane and Gothitelle against Dragonite and Tornadus. Totally fine with this outcome though. So what we could do is taunt the Gothitelle, but I am kind of weak against Fluttermane. So we'll taunt the Gothitelle and we will Terra normal Ice Spinner the Fluttermane. We'll get rid of our weakness to Fairy. We'll also get rid of our weakness to Ice, because Fluttermanes can have Icy Wind. So I kind of don't want to have to deal with that combo. Since Gothitelle's in the field, I can't switch out until she leaves. So hopefully when I taunt her, she doesn't activate anything stupid. Fake Out will go into Dragonite, which is totally fine. Here comes Taunt. Fell for the taunt. Moonblast into Tornadus. Will survive. And that's a life orb Fluttermane. Neat. Tailwind. And then Ice Spinner again into the Fluttermane slot. It's not every day that I get to activate, you know, a really good move like Ice Spinner on a Terra normal Dragonite. But that's totally fine because they're not probably expecting that I wasn't going to switch in. Tornadus is literally doing his job right now. If he stays in, that's great. He just shuts off one person and stays in to do a little bit more damage to another. Ice Spinner will not knock out the Fluttermane, but Moonblast will come into that slot, will not knock out Dragonite, and lower its HP even more. Gothitelle will then use Psychic to knock out Tornadus. Now, Gothitelle can't do anything because it's literally set to... it's literally set to do nothing but attack. So I know Sucker Punch is going to work here. Sword of Ruin, lower down everyone's attack or defenses. Sucker Punch to the Gothitelle, Ice Spinner into the Fluttermane. Fluttermane can protect. Fluttermane can leave the field. Fluttermane can do anything that it wants. But Gothitelle, I mean, Gothitelle could leave the field too, which would probably be the best option for them if I was in their shoes. Because I know that I'm taunted, I can't defend myself, I can't use Perish Song, I can't use Wide Guard, I can't use Protect, I can't use Heal Pulse. Withdrew the Gothitelle, good call. bring out your new Pokemon, which is Arcanine, gonna lower down my attacks. But is it gonna be enough to save? Oh, interesting. Fluttermane will protect, so it will save both. Now, Tornado's being gone, I can't use Rain Dance to lower down the damage that Arcanine's gonna do. So what I have to do instead is swap out again to bring out Iron Hands. And actually, Sucker Punch the Fluttermane, swap Dragonite for the Iron Hands. Because I'm fearing for a Will-O-Wisp plus the negative statage on Dragonite. I can also reset its move, so I know what it's going to be doing. So Fluttermane's most likely going to attack. What's it going to do? I have no idea, but it will do something. We know it has Moonblast and it has Protect. 100%. Withdraw the Fluttermane, so that's totally fine. Brings out Gothitelle. So now Shadow Tag is active again. Sucker Punch will fail a second time. Flare Blitz will then go into the Iron Hands, and it does a lot of damage and leaves with a burn. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. Okay, gotcha. We're gonna go ahead and Ice Spinner into Gothitelle, and I'm going to fake out the Arcanine. I can't swap out, Gothitelle's back. Fake out Arcanine, you can't do anything this turn. Fake out Chien Pao, they can't do anything this turn. That's great. I like how this turned out. Oh, my Tailwind's gone now. That's a good call. Maybe I should have just Drain Punched it in the face instead. Who knows? Sucker Punch the Gothitelle. I don't think it's actually going to do anything, but we'll Drain Punch the Arcanine to get a little bit of HP back. I think Arcanine's faster than we are, though, so that's one thing. Sucker Punch into the Gothitelle is going to knock it out right away. Goodbye. And that was even a crit. Wow. That's insane. Flare Blitz is going to go right into the Chien Pao. The Sash is gone, so it's going to be a one-hit KO. Recoil is going to take down Arcanine a little bit, and here comes the Drain Punch. Take out a little bit more HP, but I get a little bit more HP. 13. No, 23. 7. 7, that's all I got. Okay, Terra Normal Dragonite comes back onto the field. We're going to go ahead and Extreme Speed into the Arcanine, and I'm going to Heavy Slam into the Fluttermane. Fluttermane's going to attack first, unfortunately. Arcanine's going to Protect, which is totally fine. I'm going to lock into that slot, though. Is it going to be Moonblast, or is it going to be Dazzling Gleam? If you do get Dazzling Gleam, you called it. Moonblast is going to go into the Dragonite. It's going to knock it out, unfortunately. And here comes the heavy slam up to the Fluttermane, knocking it out, bringing it down to 2 versus 1. And I am burnt. Ting-Lu. I'm officially able to say that this game is over. Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to Drain Punch the Ting-Lu. They're going to Terra to something different, like maybe Poison, so the damage won't do... Oh, well, there's also Flare Blitz that gets a crit. So Arcanine, being faster, just attacks. I think the game was over, like I said. Alright guys, and that's going to be the end of today's video. We are currently 50 matches in, which is fantastic. And we have 27 wins, and 23 losses, bringing our current total record of 54%, which isn't that bad. We are still above the 50% margin. Last season, we went 53 and 62 with 115 games. We're going to try to stay in the wins column so that we can peer further down the bracket there, but we are doing fairly well with what we've got. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video here because I'd like to get this video out before Worlds start again. It's going to start at 4:45 PST, so I'm excited to see Championship Sunday. Well, it's technically Saturday here in the United States, but it's Sunday in Japan, so I'm excited for that. What is your guys' thoughts? How did the matches play today? That random match that just suddenly came up and just left, that was kind of interesting, don't you think? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think below. And like I said, I reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. Don't forget to do the other YouTube things though by leaving a like if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't, and subscribe if you're new or if you are a returning viewer of my content. We're trying to hit 400 subs by the end of the month and 1,000 by the end of the year, and the recent growth that we've had shows me that we could definitely do that. So with your guys' help, we can hit those goals with no problem whatsoever. My Uncle Mike says that it's really good to use the bell icon to be notified. And if you want to prove him right, hit that bell and select the notifications to all. It does help out the channel growth quite a bit. And that's all that I've got. Happy Saturday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Makeup Match Sunday. That's what I'm gonna call it. Because I missed last week, so this week you get 7 videos instead of 6. And generally I just upload 6. So there's that. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.